think it could be there. That when the approach goes off, and I was just trying to pick a moment to engage back in with Iris again.
Rebecca, I think you could
The opera's called Abomination because in a very famous interview, Iris Robinson decided to quote the Bible and call the members of the LGBTQIA+ community Abomination.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
You're just about to come on again.
Yeah.
Iris Robinson was a DUP MLA and the wife of former First Minister Peter Robinson.
No. Is there anything in that to go, this is a misunderstanding? I think at the start, keep coming back to lovely Iris. You misunderstand me, this is all much simpler.
The day after Peter Robinson became First Minister of Northern Ireland, as he was on a flight to London to go to Westminster, she phoned up the Stephen Nolan Show.
Stephen Nolan is a local radio presenter who likes to court controversy, but this interview, I think, took him completely by surprise.
Iris Robinson goes on the radio. She says live on air that gay people are an abomination. A man, later that week, is beaten close to death in Larkin. The next day, her husband is declared First Minister of Northern Ireland. The very next day, the radio programme phoned the now First Lady of Northern Ireland and asked if her week's comments previous had brought about the beating of that gay man. But it just struck me that in Northern Ireland there was this no holds barred. You can actually say whatever you want. Live on air, provided there is a cloak of defence in Christian belief.
2 years later, it all came to light that Iris was having an affair with a 19-year-old called Kirk McCamley.
Like, I remember when the Kirk McCamley story broke, a friend and I were heartbroken for it because it was obviously a middle-aged woman who had fallen in love with a 19-year-old boy, and the humanity within that is unignorable. She's just a great character to hang a judgmental and non-judgmental show on. Iris is just so extreme in her behaviour. From what she said about homosexuality, while, let's not forget, she was health minister, to her having an affair with a 19-year-old boy, and her faith within that, it's an incredibly written character.
Looking back on it now with hindsight, it's actually quite a seismic moment in how we talk about the relationship between the media and politicians. This is way before Trump. This is way before Boris, the media, the anti-Semitism around Labour. This all happened way before this. People were saying live on air, can you see the effect that language that politicians use may have on the electorate? This is one of the first times I think that's happened since, I don't know, 1938.